Hello, everyone. This is Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and today we're going to talk about the new thing they released.
We're somewhat new.
Actually, it is about a couple weeks old, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
They've come out with this new document. It's Rules Explained in Figures. It's an official document from the Ninth Age. I like this concept a lot. I think this is a great thing they're doing because it's much easier to explain things and show things than just to try to write them out in rules.
Yeah, and we've talked a lot times. We're big fans of pictures worth 1,000 words. So the more images you can do, and as you get feedback, and you can see how people respond to things, it's a good idea to put things in, and
Right.
and especially when there's little subtle changes in rules that people don't pick up on.
Right.
Things like this help.
And a couple of these
Through in.
surprised me because I didn't actually even questioned one to the rules team because I was
Yeah.
like, is this really right?
Yeah.
Moving on. What do we got?
We
Okay.
got too many advances.
First page. How to use this document. You read it and you interpret it. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
First thing they did was they showed moving a character within a unit when you advance with a unit. Basically, they're saying if this unit has an 8-inch movement and the character has an 8-inch movement, if you move the unit the full 8, the character is not going to have the room, like it shows over here, to get to the other side of
Right.
the
The character also, every model is supposed to only
move
start
8.
and finish its movement within its movement limit.
Correct. So you see what they did here in this diagram is they show you move short of your 8 inches to make sure he has the distance to get from this corner to
Because
this
it's
corner.
not like the older rules where your characters could just shift when you moved.
Right. Correct. And over here they show the same thing. In this case, the unit has a 10-inch move, and the character has an 8. The character does only move 8, and this model in this goes 10, but the character did only go 8.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's a legal move. So, anyway,
That's an interesting one too, because it's no longer that in this case that if you add a slower character, that the whole unit automatically has to move slower. It's just
correct.
yeah.
The unit actually did go 10 because of
Right.
this corner,
Right.
where the character only can go 8.
Right.
Yes. Perfect. Yes. Yeah. Again, this question comes up every once in a while in a tournament or when people will come to me and ask me a question. And this definitely is nice that they put it in a diagram to show it to you.
Yeah, and I'll see people who say they'll move and they'll just shift their characters around.
Correct. And you're like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, can't do that.
This is the one. This is the odd one. So the green unit's up here defending a wall, and this other unit is going to shoot at it. The 2 orange models are in the front flank. The 2 blue models are in the 5 blue models are in the flank, but with the wall between them, and the 3 yellow models on the end are in the flank with no wall between them. So the thing that's surprising to me is the blue models pay for the wall.
Because the rule is though as it is written.
The rule as it is written
Yes.
is the green unit is defending the wall, and if you're defending the wall,
Your front is touching the wall.
yes, and they do give you and it's nice they do give you the full description up here, the definition of defending the wall. More of half of your front facing must be in contact with it. So they are defending this wall. This unit is shooting at them, and if you're defending a wall, if you're behind the wall from somebody shooting, you get cover.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they're shooting at the flank, the unit is behind the wall and they're shooting at them.
Yep.
So and it shoots over the wall. Over
Right.
here, they don't shoot over the
Whereas
wall,
those
so
are-
they don't take a penalty at
Right.
all. Again, I would have ruled that these guys don't take a penalty because they're shooting at the flank of this unit, and the flanks, flanks you get exposed.
Is not in contact with the wall.
But I was wrong. So
And this kind of goes, which is one of the changes. I don't know if it was the 2.0 change or 1.3 or when that happened. Is this whole idea whatever you're facing is it's what terrain
Correct.
that facing is in. It's not what terrain your unit is in. So you got 2 little guys poking out of an edge of a woods.
yeah, I've done that. That's
Yeah.
happened to me already.
And somebody shoots at you and it's like, oh no, you're in the open. So,
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely the case.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. The next one they have is random movement. This is another one I understand. I don't agree with. The green unit is being charged by this random mover here, this blue model.
Which happens to have an oblong base.
Correct. When that model pivots and rolls the dice, it hits this unit and hits it in the flank, because at the start of the move, its front facing is in its flank.
Because you determine
You
direction before you do anything.
Before you do the pivot and move.
Yep.
So, something to be aware of. I would have bet this would have been a front charge, because I would have thought you checked the arc after you did the pivot, but checking the arc is before the pivot.
Right.
So,
Which is consistent with all the other moves.
It is.
Yeah.
It is consistent with the other ones. But
I said I don't think you and I agree. We're not well, I think we agree.
Yes, we do.
Not fans of random movers being able to charge outside of a front charge arc anyway. It's
Right.
a whole different issue, but yeah.
I love the dwarven, the infernal dwarf. What is it? Their machine, or what, their train, or whatever it's called now. That thing, because it's the same way. It can do random movement, but it can only charge in the front arc.
Right.
I think that's a great rule.
I think that's the way it probably should be. Wouldn't help in this case, but
Here, this is a great diagram showing dangerous terrain checks. So the green unit in picture A, the green unit here on the bottom, wants to get to this position up here. You kind of demonstrate your move to show that only 8 of them are going to go through the terrain to get where you need to be. As soon as you get to this point where you first touch the terrain, you take your 8 dangerous terrain checks.
right.
And
this is the way I was interpreted it.
in this case, you flee from this point. I mean, it's confusing, because basically at this point you say, okay, well, at this point I should take 1 dangerous terrain check.
Right.
Move forward, take 1 more. Move forward, take 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at least this is very clear how you do it.
Right.
You show your intent and figure out how many are going to pass through it and go from there.
Right. And then if you panic from that spot.
Correct. Not waiting until you get halfway into the woods or
Right.
whatever.
And it's back to just how the whole movement rectangle moves.
Right.
So it's consistent with that.
Yeah. But anyway, really nice way to explain it and show it to us. Very happy. Here's another one that was kind of an eye-opener for me. Since they've done the changes to being on an elevated position.
Yeah, I actually didn't pick up on the change
For cover.
for cover. I thought units still got cover if they were partially on the hill, but not the center was off the hill.
Right. So the orange model is on a round base. It's in a piece of artillery, obviously, because of that.
Or a Nasher.
Or
Big, what do we call them?
Goblin Wrecking Team.
Wrecking Team.
The Nasher Wrecking Team.
Yeah.
So anyway, the center of the base is clearly off the hill, but when like Unit A is shooting at it, the closest point is on the hill, so therefore Unit A takes no penalty shooting at it. Unit C, of course, no penalty shooting at it.
Because it's shooting from behind.
It's shooting it from behind. Unit B, on the other hand, the closest point is covered by the hill, but since it's partially on the hill, it's only a -1. It only gets soft cover.
Right, but half of it's behind. Well, I guess, who knows?
Yeah. Had they done this a little bit
Yeah.
weirder, they could have shown where Unit B, if none of X is on the hill, and Unit B can only see half the unit, less than half the unit, then Unit B is going to take a -2 to shoot it.
Right.
But as it is,
But here they can see the part that's on the hill, and they can also see the back of it in the open, so it's...
correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, they shoot at the target. The big thing is you target the closest point
Right.
with shooting at a war machine. So again, it's hard to understand it from the rules,
Yeah.
but showing a picture and showing this
Yeah.
makes it really obvious what it is.
Absolutely.
So again, I applaud them for doing this. I think it's very good. And then the next one, they're going to be
Some other things. That
some other things they're planning on doing on the next one, but I think these have been really good.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, just want to give them credit where credit is due. This was
Right.
a very nice document to have.
I think so. I think I prefer the separate documents, but
What's this?
each one is its own thing. So when they do their indexing later, it's easier to find.
Each one is their own thing.
Each example is a different thing, is a different
A
document.
different document. That'd be too many documents, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm just thinking in the context of I need to find more information about charge and random movement. So if they have like 6 of these, and you have to go through each one to figure out which
Oh,
one.
to
is
figure out which one it is.
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Oh,
Or I guess they'll end up doing they'll have to do a master.
what I would like to know, what I think,
reference.
I don't know what their plans are,
Yeah.
but I would love to see them when they release the next one. Just add it to this one,
Yeah. That works.
and just do the next few down. Just
Then-
add
then
3
it-
more to this one,
And
or
it's
4
basically
more.
it's basically a fact then. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it becomes a fact,
Yeah.
a figure fact,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That way, it is all in one document to stop the problem you have.
Yeah,
It says
yeah.
like, well, is that in the first one, the second
I
one,
just,
or
I just
third?
don't want to have like 8 different documents floating around.
Yeah, no, that
It
would
can
be
be
bad.
hard enough to find certain things in the rule book. So
Yeah. So, anyway, congratulations, guys. Great job,
Yeah,
well done.
Good job.
Love that a lot. And that's going to do it for us as well.
Yeah. Till next time.
Thanks for listening.